There, it's Gabrielle Nicolay from SpeechKids. I'm a speech language pathologist, also called a speech therapist with over 20 years experience. And it turns out I can't let it go. I had to jump on just now. I was out in the neighborhood for a walk and it's really hot out. But I was walking in front of a family who had just picked their little one up from daycare. And he was probably 2. And mom says, "How are you? What's going on? How was your day?" And he says, "Good." And we'll talk about the one-word answers in another video. But here's what happened next, which just it was all I could do not to turn around and engage this family. It was super cute. So mom says, "So when we get home, what would you like to do?" So there was this very open-ended question. And then I was like, okay, wait for it. And mom said, "Would you like to go in the sprinkler?" And the little one said no. And clearly mom had spent some time planning what they were going to do this afternoon, and she was wanting to go in the sprinkler. So then she said, "Well, would you like to go to the pool?" The kid says no. So now we're on the no train, right? Especially with 2-year-olds, sometimes also 3-year-olds. And so every what I can hear and what you can do when you're outside of the situation, of course, is hear the no's escalating, right? So now it's clear that he's just gonna say no to whatever she says. So it was all I could do not to turn around and say, "Hey, I really want to treat you this trick." So instead of doing that, which would have been socially unacceptable, I'm gonna do it here. So here's a hack for you when I'm going to give you 2 actually. Here's a hack for you when you have a plan in mind and you really want to do it. So today is a hot day, it's sunny, it's summer. We were talking about that in my previous video. How's your summer going? So when you pick up your child and you really want to go to the pool, you say, "Guess what? We're going to the pool today." And you just leave it there and you see what happens. And obviously, if your little one is exhausted and pitching a fit, you get to go back on that and you get to say, "Oh, wow, seems like we really can't go because you're too tired." And then you can walk it back depending on what they need. But rather than saying, "Hey, so do you want to go to the pool today?" which gives them room to say no, even though they might want to go, right? Because some kids are they're no-sayers, they're naysayers, just as a way of buying time to decide if they actually want to do something. So you say, "Hey, we are gonna do whatever it is," assuming that thing is fun. Okay, the other hack. So I want you to, can you try that and let me know how it goes? The other thing you can do is offer a choice of 2 things. 2 acceptable options are always your friend. Do you want to go to the pool or play in your playroom? Do you want to go to the pool or out in the sprinkler? And again, it leaves room for those kids, and there are many, who will say, "Actually, I'd like option 3, please." And then you have to decide if it's acceptable and all of that stuff. But using one of these 2 hacks in the moment can save you much aggravation and going back and forth. So I want to hear how it goes, and I'm going to try to stay cool this afternoon. I hope you will too. Take care. Bye-bye.